Hello and welcome. Today we are talking about the shiny objects, the flash. That's why I'm wearing my flash purple fuzzy coat. Also, it's chilly in here today. When people get excited about creating a voiceover or voice acting career, it's often because they've been inspired by an animated series or an anime or a game or some really exciting flashy thing they saw, right? The truth is, there are nearly 20 ways to make a living with your voice. And they are, this is from skillshub.life from our resources section. These are 20, I'm trying to get this thing straight with the camera. There are around 20 different ways to make a living. Now, this side, I'm trying to do this backwards. This is really hard. There's a bunch of different voiceover ways to do it, right? And these are a bunch of different voice acting ways. This side is less acting heavy. You've got things like commercials, narration, promos, trailers, e-learning, audiobooks, audio description, corporate training, all sorts of things like that. On the acting side, of course, you have animation, games, audio drama, anime, you got film and TV, all these different ways to make a living with some of them your face and your voice, performance capture, all that kind of thing. So the reason I have this is because I want to show you kind of visually how many ways you can get a sense of looking at this like, wow, a lot of different ways to make money with my voice. And those different ways are so handy when you want to create income stability. We use a term on the site called income streams. And what that means is think of your money river, right? The thing you can draw off of to survive and thrive and have fun and reinvest in your career and invest in your life. Think of it as a river. And rivers have tributaries, little smaller streams that come in and fill that thing up with water, with the flow that you need to get to the next level, right? Or closer to the giant, vast ocean. So income streams are simply, in our vernacular and the way we say it, are simply skills that you've built that feed your bottom line, your personal bottom line. And the way we lay out the process is, okay, I identify, I'm going to build my foundations, right? We have paths on the site, and they are Lego instruction manuals, like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 3A, 3B, 3C. Okay, now step 4. Like written those out, step-by-step paths on the site. The first one is the foundations path. If you don't have experience or a body of work yet, that's where you start. Now, once you've got a foundation, then you pick a path. And we have 3 very specific paths: games, animation, and commercials. And then we have what we call a free range path. And that path has specific steps that you take that can apply to many of those different income streams that you saw. Because the template is often the same, right? It's build a skill, learn about the actual area of voice acting or voiceover itself from people who know it and have done it in some very specific ways, okay? Test your skills. Test them with coaches who are already doing that. Once you feel strong there, test them with buyers who work in that area. So there are very specific steps on these paths. Now, I want to talk about shiny things. People get very enamored with the idea of working in these really shiny areas of voiceover or voice acting, and that's totally understandable, totally reasonable, totally valid, but they leave a lot of money on the table. You may have an entire career in corporate narration that supports all your other dreams, and when trends go up and down, your income does not have to go up and down with them. Your money does not have to go up and down because you didn't diversify where your income comes from. You have a nice, wide base underneath you. Because the truth is, in this industry, people are in fashion and then they're out of fashion. And it is very, very hard to figure out why that is. It's just the way of entertainment. It's the way that it goes. And I think people get into trouble a lot because they take that personally. Absolutely, you want to check your skills. You want to make sure, like, am I still up to speed? Am I still doing this in a very skillful way? And am I on trend? You want to go to a really experienced and honest buyer, casting director, voice director, producer, someone who hires people, to check in and say, hey, how am I doing? And great, perfect. It's a very difficult thing to do. You have to be really vulnerable when you put that out there, right? So those are things that happen, right? That on trend and off trend and on trend and off trend happens. And what you want to do is diversify to one of those nearly 20 different ways to make a living. When you diversify, make sure you're systematic about it. Don't just start down like, I'm going to build an e-learning business. Great. And you run off and do it. But then you're like, I get bored. When this part gets hard, I get kind of bored. I'm going to run over here and build that skill. Okay. Then you have a half-built stream. You do not dig that thing all the way to the water, all the way to that other river that you can join in and actually have income coming in there. You need systems, you need knowledge, you need to go to people who've done it before and learn from them. Very, very important. But the point of all this is don't get so distracted by the shiny things, by the fuzzy, shiny, sparkly things, that you overlook money you could be making that creates stability and contentment for you and gives you the freedom to go play with the shiny objects, to go build whole new areas of your career you never even conceived of. Okay? Glad you're here. And as always, like and subscribe wherever those buttons are right now. I think they might be down there. Have a great day.